In this tutorial we're going to be building this smooth transition right here. So this is basically an image, right? And when we hover on it, when we hover on it, you can see there are 4 images that are actually kind of stacked on top of each other, right? And when I come back, it kind of sits back in a very smooth way. Similarly, again, if you hover, you see this smooth transition, right, getting stacked on top of each other. So yeah, this is what we're going to be building from scratch in this tutorial. So let's get started with an empty HTML file. We have an empty HTML file here, and we also have a CSS file. Okay, so let me go ahead and add a basic HTML skeleton, and I'm also going to be linking the CSS file. Okay, so let me go ahead and link the CSS file. So cardanimation.css and the HTML file, these are the 2 files that we have. Now inside my body, I'm going to go ahead and add a div with a class, let's say container. Okay, inside this div I'm going to add images. So if you see in this tutorial, we have 4 images, right? So we need 4 images, but they all have the same image. Okay, so let me go ahead and add an image tag with the source as moon.png. Now this is the image that I'm using, moon.png. You can use any image of your choice. Okay, and I'm going to be needing 4 of these, so let me just go ahead and copy this. Okay, so now we have 4 images here, right? Okay, so yeah, we have 4 images here, and inside our CSS file we have the body tag. We have given a margin of 0. Okay, so let me actually start from scratch. So if we don't have this, there's a default margin that's added, if you can see this, right? So we don't want this, so let's go ahead and give a margin of 0, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some height and width to the container that we created. So let me give this container a width of, let's say, 300 pixels, right? And I'm going to give it a height of around, let's say, 600 pixels. Okay, now what I'm going to be doing is I sort of want this to come to the center, so let me go ahead and add display flex. Okay, and I'm going to add justify content center. Okay, now what I also want to do is, these images are actually, one after the other, but then I want them to be stacked on top of each other. So before I hover, it should only look like there's only one image. So what I'm going to do for that is the container. So the image, right, the image tag inside the container, I want to give it a position of absolute. All right, so now you can only see one image, right? It looks like there's only one image. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to sort of rotate this image and apply some 2D transformations on this image. And in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and use the transform property of CSS. Also, let me tell you a little bit about this transform. This transform basically lets you, give 2D transformation functions or 2D transformation methods to your elements. So you can basically rotate your elements, you can skew them, you can scale them. There are many things that are available, and we're going to be using most of it in this tutorial, right? So let me go ahead and rotate by, let's say, an angle of 30 degrees, right? So my image should rotate in clockwise direction, right? This is in clockwise direction by 30 degrees. So if I give negative value, it should rotate it in anti-clockwise direction, something like this. Let me also give margin top so that the image is seen completely. So margin top, let's say 200 pixel. Okay, and also what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of add a skew to this image. Okay, skew it by, let's say, 25 degrees, and what this skew is going to do is it's going to make my image look like it's in a 3D space, right? It looks like that, and also I think there's not enough space, so let me scale it and make it a bit smaller, let's say 0.6. Okay, yeah, so now the image is visible. Next thing that I want to do is to my image right here, if you actually look at the final result, right, every image is stacked on top of each other and there's some gap between every image. That is when we hover on it, right? Only when we hover on it we see this sort of effect. So that means we need to translate every image to a different height, right, to a different x and y axis. So that's what we are going to be doing right now. So let's say to the container, when we hover on the container, that is when we want to do this thing, right? When we hover on the container, the image, now if you see every image, right, all the 4 images are given different transform properties because they are all taken to different heights, right? So I'm going to be selecting the first child, nth child 1, okay, and I'm going to be adding the transform property, and let's say I want to translate to minus 40 pixel and 40 pixel, okay, or wait, let me make it 40 pixel and minus 40 pixel, okay. So now if I hover on it, I should see one of the images coming separately, right? That's the first image because I've given nth child as 1. But also I saw that the image that appears, the bottommost image, is the one that's most transparent, right? So it needs to have a low opacity, right? So when I hover on it, I need to also give it a small opacity of, let's say, 0.4. So let's see what happens if we hover on it now. Yeah, so you can see, right, the first image is sort of transparent. So let me go ahead and do this for every image, right, all the 4 images. However, for the second image, it's a little less transparent, so let me increase the opacity to 0.6, and also let me translate it, I want to translate it to a bit higher space, right? I want it to come a bit on top of the first image, so I'm giving 80 instead of 40. Now let's see what happens. Yeah, you can see those 2 images coming properly. The next thing I'm going to do is to the third child, I'm going to go ahead and increase this further to 120, okay, and the opacity to 0.6. Similarly to the fourth child, I'm going to increase it to, let's say, 160, right, and let me increase the opacity to 1. Okay, now let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks very similar to what we want to achieve. The only thing that's missing is the smooth transition, right? We cannot see the smooth transition here. Also, let me give a width of 100%. Okay, yeah. Alright, so in order to add the transition, like in order to add that smooth transition, right, we have a property called transition. Okay, so what this transition expects is, you need to give it another CSS property on which you want to add the transition. In our case, with the help of transform, right, with the help of transform on hover, we are making this effect. So we need to give a transition on the translate property, on the transform property. So it should be transform, right? So now if I go ahead and hover on it, it's still not showing me that effect, and that is because we haven't given for how long it should take for the transition to occur. So that's why we need to add a transition duration of, let's say, for 0.5 seconds. 0.5 seconds, right? So now if I hover on it, we can see that smooth transition, right? And that's it. If you notice one thing, when the image comes back and stacks, right, when it sits back, the opacity is sort of dark for every image. So there is no smooth transition on the opacity. So you can have multiple properties here, right, multiple values here for this transition, which are properties of CSS. So one thing is we want to add the transition on transform, but let's say we also want to add the transition on opacity. So you can have multiple values here like this. So let's say also opacity, right? So now if you see, there's also a smooth transition in the opacity also, right? So this is what we wanted to achieve. Let's go ahead and try one more thing. What I want to do is I want to add a skew of let's say 30 degrees here. What you're going to notice is when I hover on it, that first image is sort of, it's coming out like a card, you know, like this playing card. So I'm going to go ahead and add this Q to all the images, right? Okay, so we'll also try to change these values and see what happens if we change this Q for every image. So yeah, it looks much cooler now, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of decrease this Q every time for every image, so that it comes out like playing cards. So let me make it 20 and let me make this 15. Okay, yeah, so you see, right, there's sort of like this playing card effects. You can also increase or decrease these values to see how that comes.